you're ready for this. I'm starting this YouTube channel and I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna figure it out along the way. So I just wanted to get on here first and just sit down and really introduce myself. I know some of you guys know me. Probably the majority of you know me, but I just wanted to kind of tell you my story, tell you what my vision about this channel and what it would mean to me. And so yeah, here we go. Okay, so where do we start? That's the real question. I guess where my story really begins is I was a teen mom at the age of 17. My first child, who is the oldest obviously, his name's Chase. He's in the 5th grade, 10 years old, and he changed my life. That is basically how I describe that whole event in my life. That could be a whole other video, honestly, and it might be one day. But I became pregnant, and my priorities changed, and my life changed, and that was that. I was a junior in high school. I finished high school, had the best supportive family ever, and I'm lucky for that, and I know that. Not everyone is that lucky, but I had the best family, finished high school, worked part-time at little jobs to try and provide as best as I could. And then when I graduated high school, Chase and I moved out and we lived on our own in an apartment. He was my responsibility, and I just wanted to make him the most proud of his mom that possible. So we moved out, started our life on our own, and those are some memories that I would never trade for anything. They taught me a lot about myself and how strong of a woman that I am, and I am proud of that time in my life. So while we were moved out, I went and got my degree as a medical assistant. I met my husband, who is from Lexington, Kentucky, born and raised, and he moved here in 2011 to start up a company that he works in 2012, and we got engaged in 2013, and we got married in 2014. And so lucky to have him. He literally came into our lives at the perfect time. He's just the best. He's just the best. And God has really, really just provided and blessed me and Chase and our family so much. So we got married in 2014. Then we had Aubrey, who was our little girl. She will be 5 in a couple weeks. We had her in 2015. And then we had Braylon, who was our little boy. He just turned 2 in June. He was born in 2018. So we have 3 kids. And back up just a little bit. As I said, I got my degree in medical assisting, and my first job after I graduated was at Hawksworth Blood Center, which they're amazing. And it was a great job. It was short-lived. I was missing the hours, and the schedule was so super crazy busy and just all over the place. And I missed, a lot of soccer games, a lot of baseball games. I was newly engaged and then married, and I felt like I was just missing out on a lot of things because of work. And so I found a new job at an oncology hematology center, which is a cancer doctor, and loved it. It was a great 3.5 years of working there. I loved the girls that I worked with. I loved the patients. I loved what I was doing. It really was the most rewarding job that I've ever had. For 3.5 years, that's when I got pregnant with Aubrey. And when I had her, I just wanted something part-time. I feel all you full-time working mamas out there, I did it for a few years and I know how hard that is. I felt like I was just missing so much of my kids' lives. I felt like I just saw them for 3 hours in the evening after we ate dinner. Like, it was just chaotic. We were spending so much money on daycare. It was just a lot. And I just needed to be home. I just felt like I needed to be home more. So I found a part-time position at an OB doctor and as a medical assistant, and it was great. I worked 2 to 3 days a week. It was really nice. And then I got pregnant again. We had Braylon a couple years later. And at that point, you know, daycare is expensive. And once again, I just really felt like I needed to be home with my kids. I felt that urge, and I talked to Justin about it, you know, and we just prayed about it, and it worked out to where I was able to quit my job and stay home with my kids. And that is what I've been doing I was pregnant with Braylon, so almost 3 years. I've been home with them, and it has been the hardest job ever, but the most rewarding. And I wouldn't trade these years for anything. I get to pick my kids up. I get to take them to school. I get to play with them at home. I get to watch their every growth. I'm so thankful and so blessed that this is my life. When I became a stay-at-home mom, I really found like my purpose, I feel like. I mean, when I was young, I mean, being a wife and a mom is like all I like wanted and thought about and prayed about. And so now when that became a reality to me, and I was like, I'm gonna be home with my kids 24/7, like being like really organized and planning and just making our home the smoothest like that it could be was my goal. And so I really started like having cleaning schedules and meal planning, and you know, I wanted meals on the table for my family 5 days a week, and you know, that's what is important to me. So I started all that, and I started sharing on Instagram just the little mom hacks, like the little organizational skills that I had, and just posting it out there because I watched so many YouTubers myself, like mom YouTubers, that I'm gonna be honest, during the day when I'm home with my kids, like those moms are my friends. Like, as silly as that sounds, Justin laughs at me all the time when I say that, but when I'm watching someone, I could literally watch someone on YouTube and she's like just rocking it out, you know, being an awesome mom, and then she's like emptying her dishwasher, and I'm like, I'm gonna go empty my dishwasher. Like, I started putting that on Instagram, just like little like meal planning, monthly meal planning lists and stuff, and the amount of like response that I got to that was kind of overwhelming. I was like, wow, people are really appreciating this. Like, I appreciate the moms that I watch. So I was like, kept talking about it, and Justin was like, Ashlie, you could do that. Like, if you feel so passionate about this and like it helps you, like you could do that. And I was like, yeah, I could, but like no one will watch, or I don't know. It's just really intimidating because you're really putting yourself out there. And I just had so many comments saying, do it, do it, do it. Like, you would be great at this. You're so helpful. You've been such a great influence. And so here I am, guys. Here I am, and I don't know really what I'm doing. I am trying to research this more and really learn about like what I need to be doing to make this successful. And I just appreciate the love that I've gotten from everyone. My vision for this channel is just to be one of those moms that I needed when I stayed home, at the beginning of when I stayed home. I want to be that mom that motivates you and that inspires you to get meals on the table, clean your house and get it organized, to do special activities for your kids on the first day of school and their birthday. Like, I have a story, and I feel, especially the past few years, I've really felt that I was put on this earth to share my story and my experience, because my story really does just let out and show God's love. I have had some trials and some troubles, and that turned into the biggest blessings of my life. That is all God. That is Jesus just using a trial for his own good. And I really just I really feel like I just want to show my story and help others. And I know I'm rambling now, and half of this probably didn't even make sense, but I just wanted to kind of show you who I am, where I came from, what my goal is for this channel, and I just pray you're right here with me. So I just realized that I did not end out the video very well. So before I take my kids to school, I just wanted to tell you to comment below, tell me what type of videos you want to see coming up, and I'll see you in my next one.